The second principle of dua is to acknowledge two things. One is the beauty of God through His creational handiwork, in order to bring about that utmost appreciation of God and God's majesty and God's ability and knowledge and God's creational work. And the other thing is, together with this appreciation of God and God's phenomenal handiwork, to bring about a state of utmost humility within us, so that it creates the right attitude. It is for this reason that we see this beautiful prophet and the wonderful imams, whenever they supplicate to God, more than often we find them praising God, because it creates the right attitude of appreciation of God and humility within the self. After that, they seem to hand over the onus of goodness to God Himself, acknowledging lack of eligibility from their own self. God becomes the absolute agency of all and every good. And in that confidence, with humility, to hand over ourselves to God. So here, it does not only require superficial praise of God, it acquires deep-seated acknowledgement of how phenomenally God has created the world. And that is the reason why the Quran so frequently asks us to examine nature, to see the meticulous way in which things are operating, to the extent that God says that had there been beside God anyone else, it would have been in ruins. This is one of the reasons why the verses of the Quran are known as signs, because signs impact us psychologically from within. They are supposed to move us. But because we exist in this world of ours, we begin to habitually look at things, and the wonder aspect goes. If we were to observe a mosquito, how frail its wings are, how it takes flight, how it sits upon our hand without us noticing it, how it extracts blood from us, and we do not feel it until it's too late, we would be filled with wonder as to how has God created this little creature. Or as Imam Ali Salamullah alayhi talks about the ant, with its respiratory system, its digestive system, it has blood inside it, it has joints, it has limbs. In that scaled down version of a creature, how fully it is formed. When we look at the ant and examine the ant, we will be filled with so much appreciation for God that the sense of God will dawn upon us, and in His appreciation and awe of God, at that deep level of appreciation of His wonderful work, the hearts will become humbled. And that is a necessary feature of dua. Now imagine, from a crawling ant to a bird in flight, to a human being that conquers space, to this galaxy of Milky Way with hundreds of billions of stars, to clusters of galaxies, to super clusters of galaxies, to the multiverse, how everything is functioning so brilliantly. When a person observes all of this, life is put into perspective. Our petty concerns of life are put to one side, and we are filled with awe at the might and the majesty of what is abound. This creates a right attitude. Once this attitude is created of appreciation of God, it brings in that humility that is very much needed. Once that humility comes, this is the next stage that opens up to us through the wonderful du'as of our wonderful imams. Look at Hussein ibn Ali. As he opens up to God, he says, "Oh Allah, you do not need a justification from yourself to do good to me. Then how may I assume that I have to do something in your way that will become a justification for you to bestow upon me? Oh Lord, I put the onus of you bestowing upon me on yourself and your munificence and your charitable nature and your unending want to give to everything." What a phenomenal way of addressing God. On the other hand, Hussein says, "Oh Lord, in my yesterday, when I was unworthy of mention, you fashioned me in the womb of my mother. You ensured that each limb grew properly. Each organ functioned as it's supposed to function. Before I came into this world, you ensured that I had the means to lead the life of this world. I did not ask you for any of this. You took it upon yourself to complete it for me. And then when hunger arose, you ensured before the arising of hunger that my sustenance awaited me in the bosom of my mother. O Lord, the one who has taken such good care of me in my yesterday when I was unworthy of mention, shall you abandon me in my tomorrow if it were to come upon me? How can I think that you will abandon me?" That is the way to acknowledge God, and that is the dua. Then how beautifully Imam Ali pleads with God, leaving the onus of goodness upon God. He says to Allah, "O Lord, how can I assume أن تضيع من ربيت, that you will waste the one that you have nurtured and fashioned? It's your property. I am your property, O Lord. You have nurtured my body, my mind, my soul. How will you now waste the one that you have nurtured?" Putting the onus upon God and the beautiful work of God. Or that you will distance the one that you have drawn close to yourself. Or that you will cause the one that you have sheltered to be lost in bewilderment. Putting the onus back to God and showing lack of eligibility from the self. It's a phenomenal point if we can understand it. Then again in dua, the Imam Ali read, known as Munajat of Muttaqeen. He phenomenally contrasts, and only this eloquent master can do something like this. He contrasts his lack against the completion of God. And then says to God that I am nothing but lack and I have no eligibility. You are the one who is complete. You will ensure, therefore, that you do for me what is befitting your state of mercy and beauty and generosity. He says, I am lost, you are the guide. I am created, you are the creator. I am the sinful, you are the forgiver. I am the sustained, you are the sustainer. I am in darkness, you are the light. I am owned, you are the owner. When all of these things are assured, O God, then who but you, the mighty one, the beautiful one, the parental one, the gracious one, who but you is expected to take mercy on me, who is in nothing but a state of lack and in need towards you. To put this onus of goodness upon God and not allowing the self to feel any worth, with that humility. Again, Hussein ibn Ali supplicates in Dua Arafah and talks about the impossibility of calling God through anything but the state of poverty and need to God. He says, O Lord, through what means do I establish a connection to you? Or what factor should I set up as a means to reach out to you apart from my dire state of need to you? and poverty to you. I have nothing but lack inside me. He says, "O Lord, I am the one whose goodness is evil, whose knowledge is ignorance. This is my state, O God. You are the beautiful one. Look upon yourself, don't look to me." Then he starts talking with God. He says, "Oh Allah, if I were to make means to you, then what should I make as means to get to you? The physical service, O Lord? With my hands, my limbs, my eyes, my tongues, my vocal cord, my lips, my tongue? But O Lord, aren't they given by you in the very first instance? And then, O Lord, you gave them to me as gifts. And then have I not sinned through them against you, O God? So how can I draw near to you with these limbs, with my words, with my sight, with my hearing, with my speech, with my hands, with my legs, when all of them have transgressed against you, O God? This is the impossibility of my situation, O God. I have nothing and no one but you. There is no means to reach out to you than to call upon you yourself to reach out to me." So the second principle of dua is the appreciation of God and His handiwork, to open up to God, to acknowledge Him at that level, and to see the nothingness of ourselves, and then to put the onus of goodness upon God Himself, as opposed to feeling a sense of eligibility from God. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.